Andreina allegedly spills tea to a fan, and it is all recorded and all over social media. We got to talk about all of this. Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. So, today we are talking Love Island USA Season 7, because I got to do a part 2. I'm like Usher with Confessions. I got to give y'all a part 2. So late last night, I did a part 1 video talking about the fact that, apparently, allegedly, according to CHELLEY's bestie, that Ace and Andreina got down with the get down. Right? Got down with the get down. And this is after an interview had just came out with CHELLEY, in which they asked her who was she still close with from her cast. Now, she did say that she was cordial with everyone from her cast, but nobody cared about that. Nobody cared that she said that she was cordial with everyone from her cast. People wanted actual names. So she said that she was close with Andreina, she was close with Sierra, she was close with CLARKE, right? CLARKE, right? So ultimately what has happened since is apparently there was an expose on Andreina and Ace, which led to CHELLEY unfollowing/blocking Ace and unfollowing Andreina. Somehow, allegedly, a burner account of an islander, we don't know who the islander is, apparently, allegedly, had Andreina's number, right? In the meantime, in between time, because CHELLEY was getting drugged all up and through here for this friendship fallout with Andreina and unfollowing Ace, the friend came out and said, ask CHELLEY why she unfollowed them. And that Andreina and Ace were moving mad weird, and basically alluded to something went down between the two of them that was inappropriate enough for CHELLEY to cut ties with both of them completely, right? So apparently, allegedly, a fan had called Andreina's number, and it was on blast on a Spaces or something along those lines. And I'm just of confusion with Andreina. She's not beating the allegations that the elevator doesn't go all the way to the top. She's not beating the allegations. So apparently, according to her, she talked to a complete stranger that lied on the phone and claimed that they were representing some PR firm for an islander and all this and all of that. And first they wanted to make it seem like they were concerned about names that CHELLEY didn't say in the interview that she was still close with and trying to get tea on that. But then from there, it just sounded like they were trying to ask Andreina questions as far as what happened. And what I don't understand with these islanders, it's been a year since the show has ended, right? Why are you talking to random strangers about any type of tea? And that tells me the desperation that Andreina has, you know what I'm saying, to try to clean this up because she was getting drugged all up and through here on this internet. So ultimately what has happened is that Andreina is throwing everybody under the bus. She is alleging that for months, Ace was pressing Taylor about setting something up between the two of them, right? And apparently CLARKE is made aware of this because she's obviously still in a relationship with Taylor. It sounds like something weird was happening where CLARKE allegedly was trying to get Ace and Andreina on a call. Now, again, this is Andreina's version of events. Andreina, to me, it felt like there's some backtracking and there's some type of cover story and things like that she's trying to come up with to justify this. She's also trying to deny that her and CHELLEY were not that close and all this and all of that, but also mentioned being upset that CHELLEY didn't attend her birthday party. So if you guys are not that close and you're not really that cool, why would you be concerned about CHELLEY not being in attendance at your birthday party? And how does that lead from you allegedly linking up with her ex on multiple occasions? And so she's trying to make it seem as though all of this was just a dinner and somebody allegedly DM'd Shelly that they were spotted out together and all of this and all of that. But she's trying to make it seem like the dinner didn't go anywhere, nothing inappropriate happened, all of this and all of that. And I'm here to tell you, I think she's full of it. I don't believe her. I do not believe her. I think Andreina is trying to save face because there would be no reason for you to try to distance yourself as being Shelly's friend or being as close with Shelly or, you know, even mentioning that you were upset that she didn't attend your birthday dinner. You know what I'm saying? If you guys were not that close for real, for real. You were literally just commenting and liking on her pictures saying my girls and all of this and all of that. If she's not your girl, why are you saying that? And then she went as far to say that she has confided in, I think, Iris and Clarke or whoever else about this whole situation, and she tried responding to a text message from Shelly, but Shelly's not responding to her because she's trying to make it seem that, you know, she didn't sleep with Ace and all of this and all of that. And I'm here to tell y'all, this cast does not like each other. This season 7 cast does not like each other, and it is interesting to me, people like Andreina and Ace were sitting there just waiting to find ways to sabotage Shelly. And I find it absolutely disgusting. I find it absolutely disgusting that this is the type of time that some of these cast members and things are on that, you know what I'm saying? Like Ace is so miserable. Ace really thought he was going to be the mover and shaker outside of this villa. And this also, again, adds to the weird obsession and jealousy of Jeremiah as well. That now all of a sudden you were just going after and entertaining like his leftovers people, you know what I'm saying, that was interested in him first. You know what I mean? Like it was weird. Like even that nasty stuff you did with Huda and the heart rate challenge, and now doing this with Andreina, it's just very nasty. It's very weird, very bizarre. I also peeped that Ace was not invited to this last BET Awards. You know what I'm saying? So Olandria was there, Amaya was there, Janae was there, and Shelly was there. There was no sign of Ace. So I have peeped since Shelly and Ace have broken up. Ace has not been a part of any of these red carpet events, has not been a part of any of these potential networking events. And I realized, and I knew this going in, that after the interview that Ace did with Speedy, that any opportunities Shelly was getting, she basically was trying to soothe Ace's ego to have him be a part of it. Whether it was Fashion Week, whether it was her and him having him be a part of her Billboard event that she did, where they were talking about different songs and all of this and all of that. And it just didn't, it felt like there was trouble in paradise then. Right? It felt like this man is insecure, that he did not, you know what I'm saying, be the breakout star of season 7, despite him already having a following prior to the show and all of the things. And I'm just disgusted. Here's the thing. Andreina, if Shelly allegedly at any point in time was your girl, you don't cross the line with her ex in any capacity, right? Ace seems to be on some type of time where he wants to, for all intents and purposes, destroy Shelly. And that is a miserable person. You know what I'm saying? That is somebody who has some serious issues. And now I'm inclined to believe that the reason that he all of a sudden gave an apology to Nicolandria was not because he is genuinely sorry or genuinely remorseful, was because the opportunities that he was able to attend via Shelly had dried up once they'd broken up. And he was hoping that Olandria and Nicolas was going to allow him into the fold so he could get a piece of the pie of their opportunities and their clout and their attention, and they paid him dust. They paid him dust, so when that hasn't worked, now you're just what? You're going to just work through Shelly's friends and all this and all of that from the show to just, you know what I'm saying? And Andreina, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like I said in my last video, you got played on Love Island Games by Tyreek. You got played by Johnny on Love Island Games. And Johnny wanted to make it known after the show that y'all did something together. That you know what I'm saying? And then you were on Beyond the Villa chasing around Jeremiah once again. And he did not care. He did not care. He was not interested. He got the ick a long time ago. But I don't understand how you lack discernment to just talk to a random fan and spill allegedly all this tea, and then ask after the fact, ask after 10 or 15 minutes into the call, where is this tea going to go? You know, who is this going to go to? All of this and all of that. Like, you've made the situation 100 times worse, and you did so much backtracking and you know, trying to cover all of these other lies that it looks sus. It looks like you were just trying to cover your own behind and diminish the friendship you and Shelly did have to save face. And that is flat out disgusting. That is flat out disgusting. That is flat out of bounds. And Clarke, if you allegedly are behind this, you're not that good of a friend to Shelly either. Y'all were just, you know what I'm saying, at the BET Awards. Y'all were just at a concert together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been at, you know, a couple of secret events together with Beyonce. And this is how you do your friend. You're allegedly going behind her back to try to set up Ace with Andreina. And you should know that Shelly probably confided in you whatever the problems were with Ace that led to their breakup. And you're trying to hook up her other friend, Andreina, with Ace. That's weird. That is weird, man. But I don't know if I fully believe, you know, the Andreina's version of events of it all, because how is Clarke allegedly a close friend of yours and you're throwing her under the bus like this? I don't know. Something in the buttermilk ain't clean. Ace is trash. Ace is diabolical. Ace is flat out disgusting. You know what I'm saying? He was secretly jealous of Shelly because he had zero motion. You know what I'm saying? He killed all that motion with the Speedy interview. Shelly was still getting opportunities. Shelly was still getting invites to events and things. And it was clear as day Ace was miserable. He tried to pull on multiple occasions this whole mental health type of nonsense. But ultimately, you know what I'm saying? He did that for sympathy. He did that for sympathy in hopes it was going to, you know, potentially resurrect whatever was left that he was trying to do as an influencer. And all he is left to doing now is begging for money on those tickety-talk lives with his boogies. That allegedly he was supposed to fly out to LA for something, and that has obviously never happened. But I'm just completely disgusted. You know what I'm saying? This is a terrible thing, you know what I'm saying, for all parties involved. It seems as though people were sitting on some tea about Andreina and Ace the moment that Shelly's interview came out and she said who she was still closest with. And that's diabolical. That is diabolical, you know what I'm saying, for that to come out right after her interview and everything else. And yeah, I mean, listen, Andreina, she knew that at one point in time, her and Shelly were close. You know what I'm saying? You never mess with somebody's ex. You never mess with somebody's ex. And for you to go as far and to talk to a complete stranger on the line, you know what I'm saying? Not verify your sources, not verify somebody might try to prank call you or might try to set you up, and you just have a word vomit like that, you're not to be trusted. You are absolutely not to be trusted. And then also, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Ace is trash. Ace is trying to destroy all of the positive things Shelly's got going for herself. Like I said, she has an upcoming TV show that is going to be called Love Songs that she's executive producing. And I think Ace feels a way that Shelly, you know what I'm saying, is able to thrive without him and didn't need him really to begin with. And he feels that all the stuff that he did in that villa of trying to run it like, you know, it was the military, you know what I'm saying, that he should be entitled to a lot of the opportunities these Season 7 Islanders are getting. And it's clear as day, since that has not happened, you know what I'm saying? He tried that fake apology to Nicolandria that was almost a year later. And now you are trying to destroy any of the friendships Shelly did have from Season 7 by literally trying to go after them. That is nasty work. That is disgusting work. That is trifling work. And there's no space for that. There is no space for any of that. So nonetheless, you guys, that is it for this video. I need y'all to do me the biggest favor and hype the video. Hype the video, please. There's that. That is it. That is all. It's Todos es Final. Finito is the Rosian line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.